the companies that support DEI are best prepared for the future, because I believe without diversity, you will not be successful in the future. Look at our globalization. People are moving from left to right. And you will also need, on long term, to be successful, you need different perspectives from different type of people to solve the problems in our society, but also the problems in organizations, because it's proven that different perspectives and diversity actually lead to better results for companies.
Companies have a lot of advantages when they take diversity and inclusion seriously. On the one hand, it's very important to be a corporate citizen in society, and they have a social responsibility for society. I mean, we see a lot of purpose-based communication or campaigns at the moment in the year of democracy, and diversity and inclusion is the tool, let's say, for this commitment to diversity. And on the business perspective, it's also important to face the shortage of laborers and to retain engaged employees, and also the aspect of innovation is very important, because you have to combine different perspectives to find the better solutions. So there are several advantages for companies. I think it's important to learn and to create a workplace for belonging, to communicate diversity inclusive. And I think this is a huge change process for many companies. They have to deal with organizational change when they want to include people, for example.
I think a lot of challenges on the personal level, because people are forced to leave their comfort zone, and they're forced to examine their beliefs also. And some people are open to leave their comfort zone and others don't. So, and this can create a lot of friction between the people and a lot of discussions. And that's why people say, oh, this is so difficult and challenging. But I think the challenge is good, because it helps people grow, to get more open-minded. And what else do companies actually need? Everyone wants actually open-minded people in an organization, and we should look at diversity as a tool that helps people to grow on the personal level. Management needs to set the strategy, and management also needs to define what are the budgets that is there, and how many, and to allocate a team to run that. And then thereafter comes in then either HR or the diversity team to support the set strategy with measures, and then also comes in communication to support those measures. But definitely, in my opinion, it's a management topic.
I think both. I think diversity and inclusion is a cross-sectional function, let's say. And I think the management, HR and internal communication, they all play important roles. But I think it's also very important to build professional diversity and inclusion management, so that you can foster the topic better. I think internal communication has a role to create learning development, to engage people, to create a commitment, especially from the leadership teams, because it's very important to have allies which stands for the topic in the company. And they also have to build a better understanding what is diversity and inclusion, and for the colleagues, what's in it for me? This is a very important question which has to be answered.
I think communication can support by making diversity visible, and making diversity visible throughout the year, but not only wait for some special day, for example, Pride Week, and then or Pride Month and then be active there, but support making diversity something which is normal. I would always advise, don't do your activities in that month where everyone does it. Yeah, because that makes it like, this is something so special to us, we have to do. Why don't you do it just in January, December, or throughout the year, your activities? And try to make, include the people, the different diverse groups in your communication, but also in what people actually want to have addressed and how. Because sometimes you might find out that, hey, actually, we don't want that communication, or not on that level, or maybe different type of.